Now with North London derbies, we know that it throws up so many twists and turns. The victories, defeats, and unfortunately some draws as well. But in this North London derby, there was a villain in this pantomime. And unfortunately, this villain rears its head once too many times. Who am I talking about? What was the score? Let me get into my post-match review, which is Tottenham versus Arsenal, the North London derby. Hi, welcome again to KANE Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. Yeah, North London derby, twists, turns, victories, defeats, and unfortunately, a draw. I say unfortunately because if I had put my hand on my heart, a point is better than, of course, a defeat. As much as I wanted Arsenal to win, we walked away with 1 point. The 1 point might make a lot of difference. So I spoke about the villain in the pantomime, Mustafi. Mustafi, what are you thinking about? And it's not like it's this season. It's been a couple of seasons where he's making silly error in judgments, and they cost us the game and points. But before I get into that, let me just say that I thought for me, Socrates, for us, was man of the match. He shut down the defence, he shut down Harry Kane, and even though you could see Harry Kane was like looking to fall over at any given opportunity, and yeah, we just kind of, the first half, I mean, the goal by Rambo there was so Rambo-esque, Rambo-esque, is there such a word? But yeah, Rambo, Aaron Ramsey, and excuse me, an assist from LACAZETTE. He took the goal so well, so absolutely well. And the bottom line is we are going to miss him when he goes to Juventus. But, we've spoken about that, and I'm not going to go into any greater detail about that. And then towards the end of the first half, you could see that they were coming on to us. And I thought Guendouzi, as much as I love him, it was maybe one game where he literally, the game was going past him. He just couldn't get, into the feel, of the match. And I was kind of questioning two other players, Mkhitaryan and Iwobi. Iwobi was, his positional play was not the best. He wasn't tracking the runners off the ball. He wasn't, coming back. He was, lost at sea. And I actually thought, literally, he would have been one player that Unai Emery would have substituted. The other player who didn't really touch the ball, too many times was Henrik Mkhitaryan. And I thought, coming off the back of the win against Bournemouth, the first half would have been, for him to showcase, how much he's come on since coming into Arsenal there. But okay, so we give that, the first half. But the second half, what I would have expected was not for us to sit back, because to me it looked like we were sitting back trying to, get them on the break. And no, they grew into themselves, and then lo and behold, they got the penalty, which was not a penalty. Why? Because Kane was offside. He was offside. So, the sooner they get VAR in, the better. But even with VAR, it's controlled by humans, and humans do make errors. So anyway, he slotted, the goal against Arsenal again. So fast forward now, we were, well, of course, Lacazette was taken off, and maybe he should have scored at least one goal from the two chances there. And I think as well, maybe in the last, the 3 or 4 matches where he started, he's always had a chance within the first 5 minutes, and he's fluffed these lines. But I'm not going to blame, Laka for, missing those 2 opportunities there. These things do happen. as a striker. You just need to keep going. And I did notice the same old body language where he felt frustrated and his head did start to go down. So in steps Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. And cut long story short, we got the penalty. It was played through by, I think, Mkhitaryan. I'm not sure, can't even remember. And you know what I did? I switched off. Or actually, I couldn't watch the penalty because I was thinking, oh, come on. But I couldn't bear to watch the penalty. So eventually, when I did put the live stream back on, it remained 1-1. And when I saw the replay, yeah, that Lloris, he didn't dive too soon. He waited for excuse me, Aubameyang to kick the ball, take the penalty, and he saved the penalty. Even the follow-up, they cleared off the line. Now I'm just wondering, if Aubameyang had scored the penalty, would we still been at rage against, you know, the person that is Mustafi? I would have, because he's made so many errors, so many. I'm just wondering, at what point will Unai Emery say, you know, enough is enough. We're not gonna play you anymore. There's 9 more matches now to go, and for us to get 4th spot and solidify that position there, we can't afford to make, you know, silly errors there where he's listen, the ball hadn't even arrived to Kane and he barged Kane. And I thought, oh no, it's not a penalty, but on the replay you could see, all bar the offside, it's a silly error. Silly error there. You know, this guy, you know, is a Premiership player, and he's probably cost us, you know, well, he has cost us 2 points. And saying that, you know, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, you know, he should have scored a penalty. But listen, we leave Wembley with 1 point. 1 point is better than a defeat. Come on, guys. Do you agree with me or not? So at this point of uploading, it is just a few more minutes before they kick off now, and we're going to see what's going to happen with the other teams. You know, Manchester United and Chelsea are in action. But I think I've said this phrase before: a match where we've got a draw, but it feels more like a defeat. But come on, let's just remain positive. 9 more matches to go. We can still do it. But for us to cut out the errors, we have to cut out 1 or 2 players that are pulling Arsenal down. Anyhow, this has been Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. And slightly, I don't know, a draw breaking news.